Hey guys, this is Ken Johnson, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a cooking show because I'm by myself and I'm laying down floor today, and so I figured why not have a hot meal when I'm done. Here's the star of the show, rabbit. Now these are locally grown, beautiful rabbits. What I did is I went ahead and along this part right here of the spine, I cracked the ribs. Didn't want to show that on YouTube, people freak out. But anyway, I cracked it open on both sides so that it would flatten open. Then that was my oven, let me know it's preheated. And then the rib, or not the rib, but the pelvis area, I cracked that so that the legs would stay open. Now, for this, I'm going to season it well with some salt. And I'm doing it on both sides. Then I'm using my Peppercorn Medley from McCormick's, which this grinder has a bunch of different other stuff besides peppercorn. It has pink peppercorns, of course, white peppercorn, green, black, and then it has allspice and coriander. So you're getting some good stuff there. And we're just going to season this side real good with that. Then I'm going to use some ground sage, not much, a little goes a long way. Just do it up high and it'll sprinkle, just kind of dust it a little bit, is all I'm trying to do. This is another thing that you may not have seen. It is herbes de Provence. And herbes de Provence is a mix that I love to use. It is a French seasoning. It is a mixture of various herbs. In this one, it has savory, thyme, basil, lavender, and fennel. And the lavender, you would think, why do I want lavender in my food? But it is awesome. Now, I've already got it everywhere. This right here is a weird one. It is called Asafoetida. And Asafoetida is also called Hing, H-I-N-G, in Indian cooking. It is a herb that was, basically from what I understand, it's a type of fennel, or in the fennel family. One of the names for it is devil's dung because it smells horrid, but it gives such a great flavor to the food. And so I put it in just about everything from my gumbo to my fish to my chicken, and definitely rabbit, pork, anything like that that needs some good seasoning. It smells, my God, this stuff stinks, but it tastes out of this world. I got this off of Amazon. It was only like $5. So this is garlic powder. Again, everything is just kind of seasoned to taste. And onion powder. This is also going to be seasoned to taste. You kind of go a little heavier with the onion because, you know, who doesn't like onion? Although I did see that there is a sect of monks in Korea that they believe that you shouldn't use onion and garlic because it amps up your energy. You're just going to take this and kind of massage it in, like that massage. Alright, so you just kind of massage it in. My nieces and nephews are groaning right now, I'm sure. Wolf Cook, don't believe I don't see you. I know how you wolves like to be snatching up rabbits. I don't mind. All you gotta do is knock on the front door and let me know. You can have some. Anytime you want, buddy. If you hadn't seen Wolf Cook, he is a very interesting guy. Great cook, great dishes, stuff you can do at home. I highly recommend you check him out. A little crazy, but hey, who don't like crazy? And we'll do the other side. Okay, and now, the thing about Asafoetida, it loves alcohol. So I'm pouring in some white Belgian beer. This is Shock Top. Shock Top has went down in quality lately and it's gotten very bitter. I hadn't drank it in probably about a year or two because they changed their recipe, their formula, and it seems like they're just stuck on it. So I'm going to use roughly about a can, pour a little bit on this rabbit here. And while you're doing that, hit that like button, hit subscribe, so that hit that bell so you can get notified of future content, and comment down below if you ever had any rabbit, or you know, what's the, you know, people think now that rabbit is, you know, weird, but back in the day it was very common. And in the future, as we talk about food shortages and things of that nature, rabbit may actually become the meat of the future, because it takes only a matter of a few weeks and you can have multiple rabbits faster than you can chickens. You have better protein, cleaner protein. You can do it easily at home. It is just a superior meat in every single form and fashion. So now we're going to let this marinate for a little bit, and we'll go to the next step. To our 8 corn cobs that we cut off, and these were frozen, so make sure that you use get fresh, freeze them overnight, let them thaw. It'll make them more juicy. You can see some of that juice. And if you like this content, hit the like button and subscribe and hit that bell for content. Now to this, I'm going to add about a half tablespoon or so of black pepper. You do more than what you think that you need, but it's to taste. But you can see here I'm using the Peppercorn Medley grinder from McCormick's. That's what I like to use. It has various peppercorns, pink peppercorns, all that, plus coriander and allspice. And to that, I am adding just a little bit of salt. Again, about, I'd say 2 teaspoons of salt. And then I'm going to add in about a cup, I'm going to try that first, a cup of coconut water. And then we're going to stir this up. Now that, you can see all that juice in there, and that's going to meld with the corn, the coconut will. Now we're going to add 1 stick of melted butter. You're thinking it's going to be awfully runny, and it normally would, but I've got a trick up my sleeve. But this is so I can inject a lot of flavor in here, and that's what I want to do. So we're going to stir this up, and I'll show you the next. Now I'm going to add in about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And this will thicken it up. That'll give it that texture that you normally get from this. This is already a very starchy variety of corn. If you don't have a very starchy variety, you may need to add more, but it's just a feel. You just go with what you think works best. And I may add a little bit more. In fact, I think I will. So I'm going to bump that up to about 4 tablespoons. Alright. And then we'll just stir it up. And you'll see me go from there. Now what I'm looking here is, it's again, I said it's about feel, it's also about sight. I'm wanting about the consistency of skim milk, so I don't want it to be whole milk, but I'm thinking skim milk is about right, because you don't want it to be too thick when it thickens up. So that's what I'm trying to do, is thicken it up to about the consistency of skim milk, and that's about what I got here. So it's, you know, whole milk is thicker, skim milk is more watery but still viscous. When you pour it off the spoon, you can see how it takes about 30 seconds before it starts clearing out here and starts tracing out. And you can see the trace line too when you go across it. So that kind of gives you the idea, okay, this is about skim milk level. And that's what we're wanting to get at. So now we're going to put it in the casserole dish. You can butter the casserole dish if you like. I don't see a reason to do that myself. We got a whole thing of a whole stick of butter in here. There's no reason to overkill it with butter. It's just to have some flavor and to kind of help with the cooking process. Those oils do help cook. And then I like to do a nice shallow casserole dish. Some people, they go a little bit too thick with their casserole dishes. Cast iron skillet would be marvelous, but I don't have my cast iron skillet with me right now, so I'm using glass. Most people don't have cast iron that are doing this in cities and things of that nature. But if you have cast iron, highly recommend using that. It'll cook better, but this will work. Okay, the oven is now preheated. And so we're going to put the rabbit in first. I'm going to put it on top here. Slide it in. And then I'm going to put in the corn here. And we're just going to close this and see how things go. See you in a second. Would you take a look at that? Fantastic. This right here is the rabbit. It is all brown and falling apart. What we call GBD. I tell you what, if you like this, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And put down below what you think of this. Fantastic.
Well guys, unfortunately the last part of the video was lost. That was the actual part I wanted to show, the tasting. It was fantastic, it was wonderful. And then I used what was left over to make a pulled rabbit barbecue sandwich that we'll be showing in a future video. But I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.